Chicago's one of those cities where people are willing to try new things, and there's enough need that it could need the field of architecture to help solve it. And I think that's an incredible place to be. And it may be that 15, 20 years from now, when we've solved all of Chicago's built problems, Chicago can then look at other cities and say, can we be useful, Gary, Indiana? Can we be useful, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin? Can we be useful, Kankakee, Illinois? I think that philosophically, I feel that way about all things, that there's the core project, but the core project should always be producing a byproduct of generosity and possibility. The Arts Bank is first a building that was going to be demolished, and a couple days before the building was to be torn down, I asked the city if I could take a stab at restoring the bank, and now we'll use the bank as an exhibition space, music venue, space for archives, and a space where creatives can be and develop their chops. One of the things that's become clear is that there are these moments when there are the people who live on the block, and we would call them local. And then there are these other people who come to the block who are interested in the things that happen. That mashup is always very exciting because it's rarely that one kind of person sits at this table and another kind of person sits here, but people are like very excited to kind of mix it up. And while that seems kind of normal, for Chicago, that's actually quite radical. So one of the things that's exciting about the way the biennial was crafted was that it really wanted to speak to the field, but also have the field speak to everyday people. And we're fortunate in Chicago that lots of everyday people use the Cultural Center and Millennium Park and the lake. That's awesome, but I think also the Arts Bank allows for other communities, especially here on the South Side, or people that would normally be outside of the design territory, to kind of imagine themselves and their lives as being connected to this field that for many may feel like something very distant. And so we've been thinking a whole lot about like, what are the ways that we can make design and architecture accessible? And some of that is like, can we put it in your face? Can we make you bump into it? Can we talk in unexpected places where other things are happening, like the laundromat or the barbershop? Could we have a site like the Stony Island Arts Bank in the middle of the hood? That is it possible to net together one of the industries in the world that is in many ways a kind of intellectual thinking, it seems like you need a lot of money to even break into the vocation. Can we connect this to other people? And I think that the program, both during the opening of the biennial and maybe over the course of the next 2 years, will try to unpack that question of bringing more people that would be pedestrian to architecture into the fold.